So one of the most asked questions that I get is, what is this ATS system and why does it matter to my job search? Hi, I'm Tammy Homegardner. I'm the founder of the Job Search School. I'm a Forbes Contributing Editor and a best-selling author. And today I'd like to talk to you about these ATS systems. So let me start here. What is an ATS system? Well, that stands for Applicant Tracking Systems, and they're basically software that are used to actually screen out applicants. Probably about 90% of the companies out there are using these applicant tracking systems to eliminate having to have the personnel to go through literally hundreds of applications. By the way, that's my dog Chevy in the background. He's not about to let me finish this without having to be without being on camera, I assure you of that. Anyways, sorry about the interruption. So anyways, back to where we were. The ATS systems are used by companies to actually screen out your resume. Most people think that it actually helps them to stay in the hiring process, but that's not really true. So what we want to talk about today is, what are the ATS systems looking for, and why does any of this matter? Well, let's start with the second question first. The ATS systems are very, very important in your job search today. Important that you understand them, that you're following the rules for them so that you can score highly and get those sought after interviews. And this is a big change from the job search years and years ago. But because there have been in the last 10 years many more people unemployed than there ever were, that kind of caused these systems to come into play and more companies to adapt using them, because it started to become a big task to actually go through and look at piles of hundreds and hundreds of resumes. So the point is, they are important to you because you need to make sure that your resume and your LinkedIn profile are ATS proof, meaning that you're going to get past the ATS systems without being thrown out, and that you are going to score highly enough that you get those sought after interviews. So the first thing that I want to tell you is, and this is where everyone makes the mistake, you have to have a customized and tailored resume for each and every job position that you apply for. Sounds like a horrible task, I know. But it doesn't have to be if you design your resume in a way that it's very easy to make the changes for the next job position that you're applying for. So in order to do that and customize your resume, let's talk about some of the things that the ATS system is going to scan your resume and application looking for. The first thing is, it's going to start at the top of the resume where you should have a header. And that header should contain your contact information, your name, your city and state, your best email address for the job search, and the URL for your LinkedIn profile. That's very important that that's there. That's one of the things that the ATS system is going to look for. It lets the employer know that you are social media savvy and that you understand today's job search, that you're up on the times. So you want to have that at the header of your resume. However, ATS systems are text-based and they cannot read formatting. So if you go to Microsoft Word and actually use their formatting tool at the top that lets you add a header, the chances are that ATS system will not be able to read that header, because what Microsoft is doing is actually putting coding and formatting around that text to make it show up the way that it does. And it's actually that formatting and coding that stops the ATS system from getting through. Know what happens when you use Microsoft's header? If the ATS system can't read that header, that's where your name is, that's where your contact information is, and that's where your LinkedIn profile is, as we just talked about. So the ATS system isn't even going to be able to register you in their system because it's not even going to know who you are. It's that important. So you want to make sure that you actually hand type the header. You can still type it by using your tab key and centering the text yourself without using the formatting. So that's number one. The next thing along the way is that you need to have a job title underneath your contact information. The job title needs to be the exact job title of the job that you're applying for. If you use your past job title and it's not the job you're applying for, the ATS is not going to score you very highly because it's looking for someone, it's looking for a match in the text to the actual job position that it is screening for. Make sense? The next thing is you need to have a summary statement on your resume. Now, you need to be careful here because we do not want to have an objective statement. An objective statement is where you're talking all about yourself, and hiring managers don't want to see that anymore. They don't care about what you want in life. They only care about who the best person is to fill that job position. So they're looking in that statement for what you can do for them. And so an objective statement is just all about you. Those are outdated and no one should be using an objective statement anymore. So what you want to do instead is 2 or 3 sentences in a summary that actually summarizes how you can help that employer, how you can be the one that adds value to the job position they're currently looking to fill. The next section down is your skills section on your resume. And on your resume, you should have your top 6 skills for that position. So remember when I said that you should have a customized and tailored resume for each job position? Your skills are one of the things that will change because most people have more than 6 skills. So how do we know what skills to list? The job listing. You want to go back to the original job listing and go through and look at the job listing and the requirements and see what skills that employer is looking for the most. So once you figure that out from the job listing, as long as you have those skills, you want to put those in the top 6 position because I guarantee you that ATS system is looking for those keywords if they're in the job listing. If you want to learn more about these automated tracking systems and how they're affecting your job search today, all you need to do is go sign up for my free webinar. It is jam-packed with all kinds of helpful hints for your job search today. All you need to do is go sign up for the free webinar by just clicking on the button below, or you can type in the website, which is careerhelptoday.com. Again, it's free. Go sign up and make sure you're not missing out on what you need to do to be successful in your job search today. I hope to see you there, and thanks for listening.